Hello again, how you doing? This is my little Class J83 tank engine, which appears to have developed a case of the jitters. Let's just get it going here and you'll see what I mean. Oops, stopped altogether there. Let's give it a wee bit more juice. Not that much. See, it's just not running smoothly at all at slow speeds. So there's definitely something up with this. What I would normally suspect when a locomotive starts doing that is one of two things. It's either dirty wheels or dirty brushes. But because this has the little Type 7 motor in it, there's not much I can do about it if it's dirty brushes other than replace the motor. But I'm going to give the wheels a clean, and I'm going to clean the inside of the wheels where the pickup is. And we'll give it a general clean and an oil, and hopefully that'll sort the problem. But say, normally, if I see a locomotive starting to just run juddery, first thing I do is clean the track, and then if it's still doing it, I would clean the wheels, and then if it's still doing it, I would be looking at the brushes and the commutator and the pickups. But I've cleaned the track, and the wheels are not bad. There is some carbonisation on them, so I'm going to clean that off, and maybe that's all it is. But I haven't opened this up since I first got it, so we'll take it apart and we'll give it a clean and an oil. Let's get at it. Okie dokie, let's get the top off this. This has a clip at the back there. You can see it just there. And you push that in with a screwdriver. Let's do this so you can actually see it. Push it in and then just try and pull the chassis down like that. Right, okay, we'll have to undo these screws. I think we'll have to take the couplings off as well, I think, as far as I can remember. So we'll do that. So we'll undo these two screws, and then the underframe should just lift off. Come on, off you come, like that. And that allows you to take the wheels out. So the pickups, well, they're not spotless, but they're not too dirty. So there's a little bit of carbonisation on the wheels, but nothing like what, bad enough to cause the juddering performance. So this little Type 7 motor, or the Mabuchi motor, or whatever you want to call it, if this motor is at approaching the end of its life, then there really is no option but to replace it. And I've had a little look online to see how readily available they are, and they're not that readily available. So we might have an adventure to come there. So yeah, let's give everything a bit of a clean and a bit of an oil. I mean, really, with this locomotive, this is all you can do as a service, really, is just clean it and oil it. You can't replace the brushes, you can't clean the commutator. So if the commutator and brushes are getting gunked up, there's not much you can do about it, and that's one of the things I don't like about these more modern engines. Right, I think what I'd like to do, if I can find them, there they are, is use my eyeglasses just to have a look at the commutator, if I possibly can. Yeah, the commutator's not excessively dirty, and I can't really see the brushes, so it's entirely possible that the brushes are getting worn down, in which case this motor is nearly dead. So to clean the contacts, I would normally have used my fiberglass pencil for that, and I think I've used the fiberglass pencil for cleaning a lot of things: commutators, contacts, wheels. They're great for cleaning things. The trouble is, they also give off tiny little fiberglass splinters, and for that reason I'm not going to use it anymore. I was actually getting itchy fingers, and it's tiny little pieces of fiberglass get into your skin, and they also get into the the motor and everything else. So nah, no more fiberglass pencil. It's no more. Very fine wet and dry sandpaper. This is oh crikey, what is it? Let me see. 2,500 grit silicon carbon wet and dry abrasive paper. It's very smooth. I mean, you can rub your finger on that and it does nothing. So it's not going to damage anything, but it will clean things very effectively. So that's what I'm going to start using on anything that needs a clean, because it doesn't give off anything nasty. A little bit of dust that you can blow away, and that is really it. Okay, that's the contacts. The pickup's cleaned. I'm just going to make sure they're bending out enough to make good contact. Gently. Don't want to snap them. And other than that, there really isn't much we can do with that apart from get some grease into it. Alright, the old silicone grease. Right, okay, now the wheels, again, going to use a little strip of this sandpaper. Just give those axles a bit of a polish. So I'm just going to use my rotary tool to give the wheels a clean. At least I would do if there's a tool in it. Let's pop that in. Okay, so I've got some grease in the axles, I've cleaned up my contacts, I've cleaned the wheels. Right, let's just pop the wheels back in, and you have to remember, of course, that one set of wheels is the positive pickup and one is the negative, and it's the wheels that have the little insulating bush that come into contact with the pickup. If you get it the other way around, it simply won't go. And I'm just going to get these little brass bushes or bearings into position. It's fine. And this rear axle here, I'll put a good scoosh of oil in there. I just want to make sure there's a bit of decent amount of oil on the axles so that these bushes have lubrication. That's that. Right, we can pop this back together. Right, so, and I'm also going to put a little bit of oil in the worm gear, because it seems pretty dry, and we'll just put some in the drive gear there. Okay, I'm just turning the armature here just to have a close look to make sure there's no, little bits of metal, little tiny little fragments of metal that could maybe get picked up by the magnets, but no, that all looks fine. So okay, let's pop the body shell on. And that should just clip at the back. Alright, let's go and see what it does. Okay, I've hooked it up to the coaches because that'll really show up any juddery movement. Let's just power up. That's looking better. Yes, that seems to have done the trick. So there we are, all it needed was a good service. Right, okay, catch you later folks.